Unlike Star Wars Ahsoka, which we only got one update from Disney on, by the way. We never got any other updates. All we got was that one little figure that Disney put out. And then mysteriously, all of the information on any more ratings for that show have not come out. I wonder why that is. We seem to be getting lots of updates on what's going on with Netflix's One Piece, probably because this show is actually a success. One Piece in its second week is at number 1 on Netflix with 19.3 million views and 145.7 million hours streamed. Now, this is, of course, official Netflix numbers, so do take it with a little bit of salt, because I'm not sure how they're wording this when they say 19.3 million views. Does that mean people clicked on it a couple of times and came back? So I'd be careful with this number. However, I do believe a lot of people are watching it based on the conversations that I see, and a lot of that has to do with word of mouth. This is what happens when word of mouth is positive for your show. Netflix's live-action One Piece series reportedly drew 37.8 million views in less than 2 weeks. So the number is increasing for this show because of word of mouth. Everything that anybody's saying about this is a positive show. Also, where are all those racists? Because they seem to be enjoying this show. Kind of shows you, once again, the difference. You have a bum-ass show like Rings of Power that nobody likes. So, of course, the reason that it's doing badly is because of racisms. Though this show has a super diverse cast, and for some reason, no one seems to give a shit. It's crazy. Crazy. Probably because it's an amazing show. It's really good. I saw Critical Drinker put a video out on it, being positive. Somebody said Mauler sat down to watch one episode and ended up watching all 8. Funny how that works, huh? But don't worry. When Rings of Power Season 2 drops, I guess all those racists are going to crawl out from under their rocks again. They just have a problem with that one show. Yeah, it's just that one show. That's the problem. That one show. Even the House of the Dragon, they'll be real silent. Such a joke. I can't believe anybody buys this shit anymore, but they still do. They still buy this shit. The Straw Hat Pirates are growing their ranks. The audience for Netflix's One Piece ballooned during the series' first full week on the service, tallying 19.3 million views from September 4th to September 15th, and easily making it to the top of Netflix's English language TV list for the week. The audience is up nearly 1 million views from last week, and the adaptation of Oda's manga accumulated 18.5 views in its premiere week, 18.5 million views in its premiere weekend. The 8-episode series still has a ways to go before it could land on the all-time most popular list, but 37.8 million views in less than 2 weeks is quite a feat, and there's plenty of time in the series' 91-day premiere window to make it happen. And as they point out here, this is quite a win for Netflix, which threw significant resources into the adaptation. There was certainly a lot riding on One Piece, since it was a chance to get redemption after the failure of Cowboy Bebop. Nobody thought this show was going to be good. Nobody thought this show was going to be good. Everybody thought that this show was going to be shit. Look at this. Recreating this cover. That is nice. I like what they're doing with this show. It's nice. It's nice to see like good entertainment instead of everything being bad. You get like one little gem here and there. I would hope Hollywood would see this and learn and say, hey, maybe we should cast right. Maybe we should respect source material, respect fans. And then you get something that everybody enjoys. This is like the one time, this is winning over new people that have never watched that show. Lots of people are sitting down and falling in love with this story now for the first time after 20 years, or however long this thing has been out. Because they finally did it right. They brought it in and it retained its soul. They said, okay, well, we don't want to change this for modern audiences. We want to make it so that the actual built-in audience likes it. And it's so good that we think that it will just bring in new fans. And it did. This is a huge win. Now, I would hope that Hollywood would take lesson with this and say, hey, maybe we should do it right from now on, but they won't. But I think one or two will. You'll see one or two faithful adaptations now come out and try to do it right. And maybe they'll be good. I think it's always going to kind of be hit and miss with anime. It's really going to depend on the showrunner and if the creator. I think having the creator involved in some capacity is definitely something that you need. Giving them veto rights is something that you need. I was reading something the other day about how I guess he didn't like some stuff and he made them reshoot things. That's the kind of control a creator needs to have over the property for it to work. Because a lot of the times these people get it and they want to Americanize it. And that's not what it needs, because people liked it for its kind of Japanese roots in the first place. That's the reason, some of the reasons people like anime. You lose a piece of that when you bring it over and you try to Americanize it. And it's always going to be Americanized to some extent because they're doing live action in a Hollywood production. But if you can retain the soul of what it was, it can still work. I mean, this is evidence. And now word of mouth is so positive, it's getting just as many views in the second week. And I'm telling you, this show is going to do what Marvel never did. You're going to see One Piece early volumes of the manga on the ICV2 sales charts, probably in October, because we won't see September's actually until November, now that I think about it. So when we see them, I'm going to have a laugh at that, because this will do what Marvel never did, which was sell the source material. We had a decade of Marvel at the top of pop culture, and nobody bought the comics. I think you're going to see the reverse with One Piece. You're going to see people actually buying the manga. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.